tradition of preserving our time online, we're actually going to do something a little special. I have my mother here and my aunt here, and we're going to probably have most of the conversation be between them and their wine, and just kind of see where things go. So I'm going to be in the conversation occasionally, but we'll kind of let things be up to them. What I want to start with, though, is what are each of your first memories? Because you're going to have different memories because you're different ages, and obviously you're going to have different memories. So
yes, your mother is much younger.
yes. Well. I should ask too. Do you guys mind being on the internet? That's okay.
No,
okay.
I don't mind.
Do you care if I put the years you were born on there?
No, I don't care.
Okay. I should do that so I don't have to deal with great, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It's okay.
Let's start with Aunt Joanie. What's your first memory that you can think of?
Of my life? I mean,
Well,
going way back or involving your mother?
No, going way back.
I remember bits and pieces of a lot of things, primarily when we lived in San Francisco, and when I remember little snippets of neighborhoods, and that's when we lived with, and this is before your mother, but when we lived with Bill and Senya, and that all came to light a few years ago when we went to visit them, and Uncle Bob and I were walking around San Francisco. Senya had kicked us out of the house because she wanted to cook. And we were just going, we got on the trains, it was a train day, we got on the cable cars, and all of a sudden we're walking around in this one area, and I said to Uncle Bob, I said, I know this area, and I can't explain how I knew it. I didn't recognize street names or anything. Well, lo and behold, we called Senya, and our grandmother, Baba's apartment, was just down the street. And so we went by that.
I got a quick question.
Sure.
Why did you get kicked out of the house while she was cooking?
Because she wanted to have a perfect meal and she did not want to be interrupted. So
you called her?
Well, no, she gave it. Back then we all didn't have cell phones. They had one, and she gave it to us and said, if you need anything or have questions, call me.
Okay.
I think she figured we'd probably get lost, but Uncle Bob is real good with train maps and everything. We rode every form of transportation, I think, that day.
Okay,
so that's why. Oh yeah, because she doesn't like to be interrupted when she's cooking, unless it's necessary.
Yes.
The other memory that involves your mother is when we flew back, and that there's a lot of space in there, because I remember being on the airplane, and I don't remember a lot about it except we got to Grand Rapids and were picked up, and I had lost the belt to my brand new dress that was purchased, and that's that's all I remember with that.
Okay. So, what about you? What's your first memory that you can recall that you want to recall?
The first memory, and I think it's a memory more than somebody telling me, was the airplane. I remember laying across the seat because I was little. I was
across the seat
on the airplane. I was laying down, like my mom was there, and I was laying down to take a nap on the seat.
I see. Yeah.
But I don't,
because I was in first grade, so you had. Yeah. I would have been probably 6.
Yeah. So I think I was 2 or 3.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I was talking though because the other story I've been told, and I don't remember this, when I saw Grandma Wheeland, I said, "Hello, Grandma Wheeland," and I had never seen her. But I remember somebody, I think Mom probably told me that.
Yeah, probably. And a lot of the members of the family were at the airport to pick us up. We got in at night. I remember it being dark, and a lot of members, probably Aunt Lola, I'm sure, and Darlene, I don't know, there were a bunch of them who came to welcome us because we had, they hadn't seen us, really.
Where did we fly into?
Grand Rapids.
Was it Grand Rapids then?
Yeah, because you guys had been gone. How many years had you guys been gone?
Well, we were both born out there.
That's right.
And I don't think that Mom, we never came back until then.
No.
So that was the first time they saw you?
Yes.
So that's why they were all there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know Aunt Darlene flew out once to visit in San Francisco, and I don't remember that. I just remember Mom saying she's the only one, and Uncle Larry saw her too once because when he was stationed out there. But nobody back in those years, flying was available, but you just didn't, get on a plane and go. It took for hours, and lots of money. So yeah, that was our first meeting with the whole family.
Okay. Do you remember that, Mom? Or
No,
is that too...
I don't remember that at all.
She probably was
Yes.
sleeping because it was,
Oh, yeah.
it was late.
You were little.
Yeah.
You were little.
But I'm trying to think, I remember being at Grandma Whelan's house, but I was older.
Now, is Grandma Whelan the one who said that everything happens for a reason?
Yes.
Like all the time?
All the time, yep.
Yes, Grandma Whelan was the kindest, most generous, most religious person, non-judgmental person I have ever met.
Really?
Oh yeah. She
I don't think
was
I've ever
really-
seen a picture of her.
Oh,
Well, we have those too.
Do you have pictures of her?
Yeah,
I'd like to
right
see a
over
picture
them.
of her.
That's in
Yeah.
there.
I may have and just
You
don't
probably
remember.
just don't
yeah,
remember.
you probably don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you Mom, do you have a story about Grandma Whelan?
well, we lived with her, and
Oh, that's a good
yeah, we
start
lived
to a
with
story, yes.
Yeah, we lived with
I was
her
in
when we
sixth grade.
moved. Yeah, when
That's
we
when we moved.
after we moved from San Francisco. So she and I spent a lot of time together. And
Okay.
as a little girl, I went with her when she went to her church things, like the Ladies Aid Society. I think it was every
Quilting.
week.
Wait. Hold on. The Ladies Aid Society.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that was at our church.
Like a different type of AIDS. Not
Back
like
then,
not
back
like
we're talking when we
Okay.
were young. Yeah, no.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, where the ladies of the church met and they would quilt, and they met. I don't know if it was once a week. And so we would go there, and I got to hang out with the ladies. I remember doing that. I don't remember details.
But that's
though.
probably a big deal for you, though, being able to hang out with the big people.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
And she was very well behaved.
Yeah, I never got
And
into trouble.
they looked forward to having her. You were the only child there.
Yeah.
Because most of the people were the same age as Grandma Whelan. Their kids and grandkids were grown.
Yeah.
And the other thing, do you remember? You used to go to all the WCTU meetings too.
Yes.
Women's Christian Temperance Union, Grandma Whelan. I think those meetings were like once a month. Once in
Yeah.
a while, I got to go if I was on vacation from school, but Sharon got to go all the time because there again, Grandma Whelan, who did not drive, they either
Oh,
walked
she didn't
or-
drive.
No, she didn't. No, she never had a driver's license. So either somebody picked her up, or if it was right in Freeport,
Why didn't she have a driver's
she
license?
didn't want one.
She never learned.
She
And
never
learned.
you have to remember, after Grandpa Whelan died, and he was like 48 or 50, I'm not sure, she raised 6 kids on her own, no driver's license.
Oh wow!
But the
no, I
older-
didn't.
the
I didn't know
older-
that.
yeah,
That's
the
why we're
older-
doing
yeah.
what we're doing.
The
Yeah.
older kids, by then, eventually got driver's license, but no, I don't know why she never drove. She
Yeah.
never.
She never. Well, somebody always picked her up, and even after we got older, we would pick her up to go
So-
to church.
So is this Hastings or is this Freeport?
Freeport. No, we were in Freeport till I was in 6th grade, so whatever year
Okay.
that would have been.
So I know we talked about this briefly the other day. Tell me about going about the other side of the street. And
That's her story. I don't remember.
Okay, it's the Shamrock now, but back then it was New Becker's Tavern.
Okay.
And the couple who owned it were wonderful people. They had no children of their own, and they treated all the town kids like their own children. And what Mrs. Newbecker did, if she knew the kids were coming into town, or she always had a big thing of candy that she would give the kids, or sometimes treats, sometimes ice creams, whatever. But your mother never did, she doesn't remember, and I never did, because that was one thing. Remember I said Grandma was very religious. Smoking, drinking alcohol, you didn't even mention it, and you certainly didn't.
even though they drank alcohol in the Bible.
That didn't, no,
It
the
didn't
grandma.
matter. Okay.
Okay, and she was very calm about it, but she always said, I do not want you walking in front of the tavern when you go into town.
Yeah.
And because we respected her, was I tempted? Yes, I was tempted. I never did, because I knew that was the wrong thing to do. And now looking back, what that says to me is obviously I really respected her, and I was not a naughty child, regardless of what some people like to think. We did, out of respect for Grandma and our love for her, whatever she said was gospel to us, and probably still is to this day.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
but what would happen is, whether it was just me or Sharon and I were there, our friends would go over and sometimes bring us like a piece of candy.
So
or
you
anything.
cheated.
Well, we didn't go to the tavern. What Grandma said was, she didn't say, don't take anything from Mrs. Newbecker. She said, do not walk by, you are not, she was concerned about the people who went to the tavern. That's
Okay.
basically, the, you know, and compared to nowadays, it
So
was.
taking candy from strangers was okay.
No, it
but
wasn't
not
a
walking-
stranger, it was a friend.